Hello guys, welcome to this video. So today I want to get into why do you seem to be reacting to everything after you've been sick for a while. So to give an example on my own case, I had the COVID vaccine and like in 2022, and then 1 week later I had just crazy anxiety, brain fog, problems with sleeping, and so on, like many of these things. And after a while, after I've been sick for a while, like 1 to 2 to 3 months, I seem to be reacting to everything around me. So for example, when I went to the toilet and this toilet had like these little sticks there with fragrance, I couldn't really handle that, such things, such simple, relatively easy, normal, standard things, right? And just today, basically this week, I found out why that might be. And it has to do with how your body detoxes these compounds. So let's talk about the detox pathway. So you've got phase 1, you've got phase 2, and you've got phase 3 detox. We will not really get into phase 3 today, but for phase 1, what it does, in short, is it takes this xenobiotic, this toxin to the body that it once excreted, and it adds a tag to it. So it prepares it for phase 2. The goal of the whole detox pathway is that you can safely excrete the toxin via the urine or the bile. And so phase 1 prepares this. What it does though, it makes the xenobiotic slightly more reactive to everything in your system. It's a necessary thing that needs to happen, right? And then you get to phase 2, which is, for example, methylation, glucuronidation, glutathione conjugation, and that's the thing that actually turns the xenobiotic, the toxin, water soluble, so it's then excreted out via the urine. So the problem after you've been sick for a while is that your energy stores will be drained, and everything in the body needs some form of energy. So you've got a very important source called NADPH. NADPH is like a thing you use to pay certain processes in the body, but it's also used up by something called NOx. And you will hear me talking about this more often on this channel, but NOx, NADPH oxidase, takes your NADPH, weaponizes it against viruses, so it's actually a very important thing that needs happening, otherwise we wouldn't be alive. But when it turns chronic, like in my case, and the NOx is just firing and firing and firing, it will use up all your NADPH. And this NADPH is exactly what the phase 1 detox needs. So you've got this phase 1 detox, it's called CYP. Right? And it takes like xenobiotics, it takes your medicines, it takes fragrances, and it does this first step. It uses up one molecule of NADPH, which sometimes this whole thing is stalled if you really do not have an NADPH, which will then overflow your bucket. But what also could happen is that because the body does prioritize phase 1 detox, it will always prioritize detox. So it might do this, right? It might turn on the phase 1. It's now a more reactive compound. Then you need your phase 2 detox. Well, your phase 2 detox is even more expensive. Depending on which detox system you're using, it might need molecules of ATP, it might need molecules of NADPH. For example, glutathione reductase doesn't use up NADPH directly, but when you use your glutathione, it's then turned into the oxidized form, GSSG, which then needs recycling back into glutathione, and for that you need NADPH. For sulfation, another phase 2 detox pathway, you need a currency called PAPS, PAPS, and this PAPS is also very expensive to create. to create, excuse me, you need 2 molecules of ATP for that, right? So you're basically seeing how you need a lot of energy to get this thing to finally excrete out via the urine. When you've been under chronic inflammation, stress, and all these other things, your body will be completely drained by the end of it. And that's also what I noticed. You're not just going to be reacting to everything. That's just a side symptom, right? The main thing I noticed after about 6 months is that I actually became very tired, and partly you just get kind of depressed about the whole thing, to be honest, because you have no energy to keep on going. Nothing seems to be working, but you have to keep going, right? There's no other chance. You have no other way. You have to keep going. And yeah, so maybe also on, I know this is just theory, right? And you want to know what to do about this. And that's something I'm working on. I'm currently making a protocol to help out with this thing. I've been working on it for a couple of months now. When it is finished, I will publish it in the description. So watch out for when it is finished, and I hope it could help you out a bit with your troubles, right? So, but thank you for watching this video. I hope you're getting better, and good luck on your journey.